Peace. Dr. She in the house. We're going to start at the top. All right. So we got this sister here, Jessica Petley. She's a social media influencer. It's very interesting because she's a social media influencer with 150,000 subscribers. Like, that's not much when it comes to social media streets. Let's keep it real. So, for some reason, she's been thrust into this limelight. All right, maybe because of her death. She says she dies from cervical cancer after having been misdiagnosed. All right. So, sister said she was diagnosed with fibroids. But then she had some other side effects which caused her to lose her life. She was initially diagnosed with fibroids. Then she had some complications, and she was re-diagnosed with cervical cancer. The question is, well, they said here in the article, which I thought was fibroids almost never turn into cancer. That's cap. Fibroids are toxic waste buildup within the walls of the uterus or anywhere around your vagina. Well, not your vagina, anything inside the fallopian tube, around the uterus generally. Fibroids, it gets caught in the skin, and there's nitrogenous waste, which can be turned cancerous if they're not dealt with. Let's keep it real. All right. Now, I don't know. They don't tell you where her fibroids were located at, because that makes the difference. Where were they located at? But also, they don't tell you that one thing can lead to another thing. See? The fibrous toxic waste called the fibroid represents a weakness of the immune system. And it represents a loss of a focus of energy trying to contain this waste, this toxicity. Now, when you're trying to contain waste and toxicity, that means you're watching one door, that means another door could be flying open, and waste and toxicity could be building up on you. That's really what's going on. So the weakness of one part of the organ can lead to a vulnerability into another part of that organ, or another organ in total. The weakness of your liver can lead to your pancreas, your gallbladder, these things having to overcompensate for the weakness, causing you a failure in an ancillary or an additional organ. That's what's going on. All right. So yes, the toxic waste buildup in your fibroid can lead to a cancer problem also. So they're trying to say there's no connection, but there is a connection. There's also misdiagnosis. Don't mean that it's a misdiagnosis if she doesn't have fibroids. All right. If she had fibroids and they told you got fibroids, that's not a misdiagnosis. All right. If I'm looking for fibroids and I'm not screening for cervical cancer, that don't mean it's not there. That just means I haven't screened for it. If I go in the refrigerator looking for the peanut butter and I don't notice the ketchup, but I got the peanut butter, is that a misdiagnosis? No. All right. You have to understand that, the body is a highly complex instrument. And one part out of tune leads to everything else being out of tune and making everything vulnerable. All right. So we got to get out of this this childish understanding of bodily function, like only this part hurts. No, if one part hurts, it's going to reverberate throughout the chain of organs because they have to compensate for the weakness in one part. If all my energy is geared towards fighting the fibroid, the cancer can run rampant because it's not being watched. That's what happens. All right. So all that they talking about black women not being represented properly in the medical industry, all this bullshit. No. But there is an issue in that if you're black and they're not taking into consideration your melanin, then That's right. Then you'll have a lot of misdiagnosis, and they won't be able to handle things because things will go too fast. You need melanin more. You need melanin more because you got more melanin. You use more. All right? And you need the real melanin, not the faux melanin. All right? You use a different melanin than the European does. They got faux. I call it faux. They got the fake melanin. You got the real melanin. It's different. All right? So an inefficiency or a deficiency in your melanin can cause you to get twice as sick, twice as fast, and your ass is out of here. All right? That's why we have 25,000yearcycle.org. That's why you need a consultation. That's why you need to talk to people that understand the things about health to help you navigate, because your doctor's not telling you everything, because they're not even looking for everything. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking for everything. They're looking for what. If I take there's two types of mechanics out here. You got the mechanic, you tell them, yo, look, man, there's something wrong with the belt. They check the belt, they change the belt. That's one type of mechanic. You got another type of mechanic. They say something's wrong with the belt. They're going to check the belt. They're going to check the pulleys. They're going to lift it up. They're going to check underneath for other symptoms of stress related to the faultiness of one part. See? That's a doctor versus a waiter. A waiter takes your order. Oh, you think you got fibroids? Let me give you something for fibroids. A doctor has to analyze the whole system and give you preventive care, and has to factor in the weakness of the ancillary systems by virtue of compensating for the poor performance of the main system. That's what a doctor do. All right. But yeah, one can turn into the other, or one could have been mixed. But suffice to say, unfortunately, she's gone at 36, leaving children, a husband. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. It's a terrible thing to go through. But let's show you this. They said she has stage 3 cancer. Stage 3, also called what? Oh, also called advanced stage or locally advanced cancer, right? This is locally advanced cancers. Hold on, let me see this. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up. There you go. All right. Locally advanced cancer has tumors or multiple tumors that have spread deeply into nearby tissue. Is a fibroid a tumor? Does it spread deeply into nearby tissue? Is cancer a matter of semantics? A lot of times the cancer is a matter of semantics, fam. All right? May have spread to nearby organs, has infiltrated nearby lymph nodes. That's stage 3 cancer. All right? That's what's going on. So, if you know if you see here, you have the cervix right here. A lot of the fibroid can be here, it can be here, it can be anywhere actually. All right, but remember, all this stuff is connected with capillaries. This blood vessels going from the fibroid. The fibroid got to eat too. The fibroid needs blood too. The fibroid eat. So the blood vessels are connected. So the fibroid is connected to you. All right. If something is wrong down here, the cervix, all right, the way it's going to spread is it's going to get into, it wants to get into the blood class, it wants to get into a capillary, and it wants to get into the lymph nodes. That's how it spreads. See? Let me show you. See, cancer cells, they want to get in here, and they want to get in the blood vessel. This is where they want to go. They want to go to these two places. Because they're trying to travel, bro. They're trying to travel. All right? Cancer is a degradation of the cell. It's the cell losing its identity as an organ and going for self. All right? So now it's trying to break away. So any toxic waste you got built up can turn cancerous if you're under some type of chronic stress. Radioactive stress, emotional stress, physical stress. All right? It's going to break away. It's like it's going to break away at some point and go for self. That's what you call a cancer. All right? And it's going to try to spread because it wants to live. It lives by killing you. But yo, we'll get into that later, man. I want to do a whole thing on cancer, actually. But yo, 25,000yearcycle.org. Contact me. Pull up for a consultation. Let's talk. We got herbs. I don't have herbs. I have formulas. All right? I practice nutrigenetics. I have food that can help you correct errors in your genetic code to prevent disease. That's what we're trying to do. We sell supplements that help correct errors in your genetic code to stop disease. That's nutrigenomics, nutrigenetics. That's what Dr. She practices. Let me go. I'm out here. Peace, man.